Today I'm going to be showing you 10 game-changing features in Minecraft 1.19. Number 1 is the Mangrove propagule. This is a special type of sapling that will allow you to grow the mangrove trees. What makes these saplings really unique is the fact that you can place them in water. So you're pretty much able to grow trees in your local river. And this looks really weird as well. Number 2 is the new mud blocks. Now mud blocks are really cool. They pretty much have the same properties of soul sand, where you can send redstone signal through them, and also allow you to transport items through them. So, for example, if I drop an item, it will make its way inside the hopper, like this, which is absolutely crazy, which means you don't have to go to the nether to get soul sand, you can just go get some mud. Number 3. I'm going to show you how to turn stone into terracotta, and I'm not joking, you can actually do this. First off, start by turning your stone into some moss. Now get your moss and put an azalea on top of it, and grow your azalea, and you'll get rotted dirt. Then get your hoe and just hoe the rotted dirt to turn it into normal dirt. Now get your water bottle and turn this into mud, a bit like this, and you've got some mud. Now get your mud block and put it on top of this sort of setup. So this has a dripstone block and also the dripstone, and we'll turn it into clay. Then what you do with your clay is you just put it in the furnace, and as you can see, you've got your terracotta, so you've pretty much turned stone into terracotta, which is absolutely bonkers. Now number 4. Now the chest bow is pretty interesting. It can cover up to a 9x9 hopper area, so all these hoppers are able to take items out of this chest boat, which makes for some really crazy collection systems. Now I can also take advantage of the size of the chest boat, and we get this crazy setup which allows you to put tons and tons of items into the chest boat in under a few seconds. So you can pretty much fill this chest boat in no time. So if I put it in, now if you look inside, it's filling up so quickly. You're filling this thing up at pretty much lightning speed. Now also another thing you can do is you can also attach it to a minecart, so you can pretty much transport stuff really fast. And as you can see, here it is moving. Now on to number 5, which is quite a small addition, but quite a big change to how minecarts, hopper minecarts, and all that sort of stuff work. So if I get a hopper minecart, in the old days, if you broke it with a cactus, inside you'd just get a hopper and a minecart, which is not very helpful, even though now if you break a hopper minecart with a cactus, you get the full hopper minecart back. Well, this change is absolutely bonkers because it allows you to lag optimize and all that sort of stuff. It's just quite a useful feature, if I have to be honest. Now on to number 6. Leaves are one of those items that are really useful for farms and all that sort of stuff, mostly because mobs can't spawn on them, but they've got even better as well, because now you can waterlock them. This makes them completely blast resistant. As you can see from this TNT explosion, they have not been destroyed at all, so these are very useful now for tree farms, and instead of having to waste all your obsidian, you can just use a bunch of waterlogged leaves. And the best part about it is water doesn't droop out, so your farms are going to look really clean. Number 7. The new root block is pretty much the same as leaves, but even more crazy. So you can use these to make a really slick and nice looking cobblestone generator. This is way more compact than the old version of a cobblestone generator. Now even better, these root blocks are movable as well, via a piston. So you can pretty much have a movable water source that is contained inside the block, which is absolutely bonkers. Now what makes this even more crazy is you can send a redstone signal through them as well. This doesn't really feel right because, well, this looks quite hollow, so I'm not too sure how redstone can go through it, but it works. Now also mobs can't actually spawn on this block as well, so it gives it similar properties to like bedrock, where you can send redstone through it, but mobs can't spawn on top of it. It's nice to see a block like this that has so many cool properties. Now number 8 is the Sculk sensor. Now the Sculk sensor allows us to transmit redstone wirelessly. Now what makes this even better is you can also waterlock Sculk sensors. It allows you to send redstone signals that are pretty much suppressed, so no one can really hear them around the area, even though this does mean you have to be quite careful of traps, because they're pretty much invincible, because they can pack a punch. Now number 9. Now we all know the Allay won the mob vote at Minecraft Live, and these mobs are pretty game changing for sourcing every item in the game. Now I have an example here where we've got a bunch of different swords, and each Allay has a different sword that they can pick up. At the back I have to have this playing. It's the only way I can get the Allay to throw the item out. Now if I chuck my swords into this water stream, they now have picked up all the swords, so I should have an iron sword inside this chest, which I do, and all the other chests should have all the other swords. Now this is honestly pretty cool that this is a feature now. Now number 10. We all know who this is. This is the mighty Warden. Now in full netherite armor, I pretty much stand 0 chance against this creature. Now I think right now they're targeting this animal. Oh my gosh. They pretty much killed me in 2 shots, which is absolutely bonkers. Now even if I stack up, I still pretty much have 0 chance against this creature. Now this creature also has a ranged attack too. As you can see there, I pretty much just died from their range attack, and this means that even stacking up won't allow you to survive this creature. And right now I'm probably quite screwed.